Ooh, alrighty. What to do, Buckaroos? Welcome back to the Bucks franchise without Giannis. This is part two of in the off season. Basically, in the first episode, all we did was we started up a franchise and we looked at Giannis trades and we found one that was interesting. We traded Giannis, Thanasis, and I don't remember who the other player was, but we traded three players and we traded them to the Pelicans. We got Zion, Jeremiah Fears, and Derek Queen all in the same trade, which I thought was a decent amount of value. I was like, I could definitely flip Derek Queen or Zion for some picks, and maybe Jeremiah Fears could be our point guard of the future. The reason why I thought that would make sense is because Kevin Porter Jr. had a player option, and I was like, if I'm gonna lose Kevin Porter Jr. anyway, I may as well trade him for some picks and build around Jeremiah Fears. Um, we did make a couple of trades so far in the offseason. Can I go all the way back to the beginning of the season? I can. So this is the trade we made for Giannis. It was Torian Prince. He was in the trade. We traded Cam Thomas to the Warriors for a future first-round pick with a trade exception. Kyle Kuzma and Gary Harris to the Rockets for Fred VanVleet and a first. Jericho Sims went for 2 seconds. We traded Andre Jackson Jr. in a second. We obtained a first-round pick in Bismack. Kevin Porter Jr. with a second got Dyson Daniels, and I'm pretty sure we just flipped Dyson Daniels recently. Oh, wait, hold on. How did I get over here? Okay, that's weird. It's basically, yep, we did that. Okay, we signed Malik Beasley, we signed Cole Anthony, we signed Lonzo Ball at the very beginning of the season. We traded Usman Zhang with Gary Trent Jr. to get AJ Mitchell. Then we moved Lonzo Ball to small forward. He was on our team for a little bit. We got a first round pick and we got Thanasis back from the Pelicans. Then we traded Fred VanVleet to the Nets to open up some cap space. We got Terrence Mann and Josh Minot. We re-signed Kenrick Williams, who we got in the Thunder trade, to a huge extension, by the way, ginormous extension. Then we traded Dyson Daniels to the Jazz for our first pick. I think that was the first pick of the draft. Yeah, the Jazz got the first pick of the draft. We traded our first round pick. I guess we didn't trade our first round pick. We traded Dyson Daniels, Malik Beasley, and a first round pick. Oh, and a swap pick. Okay. Then we traded Kenny Hustle with that huge contract to the Warriors. So we have future Warriors picks, and they're taking on the big money of Kenrick Williams. So trying to win the Bucks a championship sooner rather than later doesn't really look like it's going to happen because we have to face the Spurs with Wemby, the Thunder with Shea, the Lakers with Luca. We also have to get past Cade and the Pistons in the East. So we were trying to make some future moves, and getting some future Warrior picks was the move there. Then we traded Miles Turner with Terrence Mann, Will Richard, who we got from the Warriors trade with the Warriors pick this year. Um, to the Rockets for an assortment of first round picks. So Kevin Durant in this universe retired, so we figured we'd give them a bunch of cap fillers so they won't sign any superstar talent. We'll take their future draft comp. We flipped Cole Anthony with a second. We were able to get two first round picks, and then we traded Zion to the Thunder to get J Dub to be our new future small forward, a good leader of our team, and we acquired a second round pick. So going into the draft, we have, I believe, the first pick. Yeah, we have the first pick of the first round, the first pick of the second round, and we have an assortment of first round picks that we got from trades, and as well as having young Jeremiah Fears, who we got from the Giannis trade, AJ Mitchell, who we got for was not Kevin Porter Jr. We got him in a trade before we got J Dub. We kept Ryan Rollins this entire time. AJ Green's still here. Um, I might move on from AJ Green. I don't know yet. Josh Minot's here. Thanasis. We got him back in a trade. We kept Bobby Portis, and we got Derek Queen in that trade. And then yeah, J Dub we got from Zion in that trade. So I think we needed a good small forward. So I felt good about making that move. Um, I think in the last episode I did the draft and it just didn't save because I picked Cam Boozer pick one. I don't remember who I picked with the second round pick or if I traded it. That part I don't remember. But anywho, looking at our cap space right now, it's 38 million. Maybe I move it. Maybe I increase it a little bit more by trading AJ Green. I'm gonna keep Bobby Portis. I love Bobby. Derry Bird, AJ Green, he's nice. But I'm not really in love with the idea of keeping him. I think I'd rather clear up the money, go sign another free agent, and maybe even just get a few more draft picks, like a first round pick from the Pistons in a second. I don't hate it. In real life, AJ Green is, I mean, obviously, yes, he's a good 3 point shooter, but I don't really know what role he's really going to service on this team specifically. I mean, he could just come off the bench. Yeah, I guess he could just come off the bench. I'm gonna go this way. But healed. Eh. Well, we can clear up 10 mil and just take a first and a second for AJ Green if we want. We might just hold on to AJ Green to be honest. His shooting off the bench might be more worth it because we're locked in at point guard already. We're locked in with small forward, backup small forward. Josh Minot's on the team option, so he'll be our backup power forward. We'll draft Cameron Boozer with the first pick. I mean, I guess we could draft Darren Peterson, and he could be our two, but I feel like the big man position's what this team needs, because Derek Queen's cool and all, but Derek Queen could probably play the power forward position. His perimeter defense isn't that great, though, and he's a little undersized. He's a guy we might trade later if it gets us a great player, but I think for now, we'll just do what we got. As hit the draft. Because obviously we do need a shooting guard as well if we're not planning to build around Ryan Rollins and Darren Peterson. Very well could be that guy projected to be a Hall of Famer, but Cam Boozer's projected to be an All Star. Hmm. I'm gonna play hypothetical for a second. Let's just pretend the first pick's on the table. All right. Let's pretend we're giving up the first pick. We're giving up AJ Green, and then we're giving up a future second round pick. Let's say that that's the package. What we got? John Morant. Nah, I think it's better. We need a big man. Jalen Johnson is a very good player, and we do need a power forward. But Cameron Boozer has the potential in 3 seasons to surpass where Jalen Johnson is. Because he's going to be like an 80, maybe 79 or something. But also, Nikhil Alexander Walker off the bench. That is a great player to have off the bench. The only problem with this is, though, this trade guarantees that we eat up all of the cap space we had to pick up players. So, um, do I care, though? I'm going to consider this trade. That Hawks trade is very interesting. Um, Bam Adebayo could play the power forward position. He actually could just play the five. And Derek Queen could play the four. Derek Queen and Bam are not obviously they're not the same player, but for the role that they would play for my team, they'd be like the same type of player. And Norman Powell's already 33. Lamelo Ball's only 24. We could build around Lamelo Ball. Um, Good talent, not really going to go that direction. Liar marketing, great, but no. Sabonis, no. Kyrie's already 34, and Max Christie's young, but no. Yegor Demon's interesting, but no. Colin Murray Boyles, don't hate it, but no. De'Aaron Fox, no. Jalen Green, not really in the mood for that. Chet Holmgren, okay, this is interesting. I wasn't expecting to see a Chet Holmgren trade. Because is Chet Holmgren and J Dub come to our team would be very interesting. Because then it would be if we face the Thunder in the finals, it would be a rematch between J Dub and Chet versus Shea, and that'd be kind of interesting. I'm still not against this idea of Jalen Johnson. He only averaged 15 points per game, though. It seems like in this variant of the simulation, he's not really playing like the type of play you want him to. Nikhil Alexander Walker is also pretty good, but I might try to sneak him in a trade later. Like I might try to trade like AJ Green in a pick for Nikhil Alexander Walker. Like I might try to just do this because I'd rather pay the extra 4 million and get Nikhil Alexander Walker off my bench and then maybe just not trade the first round pick for Jalen Johnson, and then just draft Cameron Boozer. I'm interested in creating a trade between these two guys. Obviously, they're gonna want a draft pick. Oh, they want Bobby Portis. Okay, so this is interesting because we'd save $10 million. We would retrieve a first round pick. It'd be our first round pick, in fact. We'd get our own first round pick back, and then when the Hawks got money. Man, I really don't want to trade Bobby though. I like Bobby, but hey, I mean the cap space would be nice. Um, Here's what I think I'm gonna do. Bobby Portis is only on, I believe, a 2-year deal, right? He's got a player option. I'm gonna trade Bobby now with the impression that he's going to get not re-signed by the Hawks. And if so, if he does get re-signed, then I'll trade back for him in like 2 years when he's 33 years old and he's cheap. Wouldn't do that. I think that was a good move. I think Nickeil Alexander-Walker off the bench is great. So we can have Fears at the 1. AJ Mitchell is the backup 1. I'm going to move Nickeil Alexander-Walker to the 2. He'll probably actually start over Ryan Rollins. Ryan Rollins will come off the bench. We'll have J-Dub at the 3. We'll figure out a backup 3 later. We'll draft Cam Boozer, have him play the 4. Josh Minot will take the team option. He'll be the backup 4. And then we'll have Derek Quinn at the 5, and then we'll sign with the $50 million. We'll have actually it won't be 50 because by the time we get Cam Boozer, it's going to be more like 30. Okay, I'm convinced that that plan makes sense. We need a big man. We're taking the 18-year-old Cameron Boozer. All right, let's see what happens here. The third pick gets traded. Jaren what? That may good. The Grizzlies had the third pick, and they traded the third pick to the Jazz. The Jazz give up Jaren Jackson Jr. and Lowry Markkinen to the Grizzlies for the third pick, so they can draft Darren Peterson. Wow, that's a once in a lifetime type of trade, huh? What's this? Miles Bridges and Musa Diabate for a future first round pick and pick 11. Huh. Yeah, and go judge. You do what you want. Let's sim to our next pick. Okay. Isaiah Evans. So we can either get that backup center, or we can get a backup small forward, which we do need a backup small forward. We got a B and a B minus. Seems like he could play a backup small forward just fine. Seems like a J Dub esque type of player anyway. There's also the option to get some centers in the draft. I might see if I can trade for a second round pick. This guy's 6'11". He can shoot the ball a little bit. He rebounds well. His post defense is just whatever. But he's 6'11". He can rebound. He's out of Duke. We could draft two guys out of Duke. I say a power finisher. Interesting. Your post defense is one of your top 3 best skills, and you play shooting guard and small forward. We could trade for another second round pick and draft 3 guys out of Duke. I'm not completely against that idea. I'm willing to give you a future second for your second. Do I have another second round pick? Down. Damn. Can't trade any of you guys. You're on a team option. You're my rookie. And I'm not giving up any of you guys for a second round pick. Tough. What team can I convince to give me their second round pick for my future second round pick? Cause I want to get another second round pick. Can I get yours? No. Damn it. I have a future second round pick I can give. I'm trying to get a second round pick without giving up. I'm trying to just trade my second round pick for another team's second round pick. Would the Clippers agree? No. Everyone's valuing their second round picks right now. That's crazy. Alright, well anyway. I don't think I'm likely to find another good center. I think I'm likely to find another good small forward. So it might be better off taking Patrick. But you know what? I'm gonna just take Isaiah Evans. I think the small forward's just a position I'm more likely to get some value out of. Okay, so we get Cam Boozer and Isaiah Evans both out of Duke. You know, Cooper Flight just came out of Duke, so why not go get a Duke product? Felt like the right move right there. 73 overall. He can be a backup small forward. Josh Minot come back, be the backup power forward. And now this puts us into a position where we need to get a backup center, and we have about $30 million to do so. Reeves could be a good sign and trade piece, I think. I can afford Kristaps. We can afford Kristaps. And we do need a center. Do we take Kristaps or Austin Reeves? Because Austin Reeves would be signed with the impression that he would play. No, actually, hold on. Would it be crazy. No, Cam Boozer 6'9". I was debating moving Cam Boozer to center and then moving J Dub to the four and signing Austin Reeves. That'd be a lot of small ball. He's got 8 offers, but he shoots the ball well. 26-ish mil a year, we can easily afford that. Same thing with Chris Stapps. Like, we can afford a Chris Stapps contract. He's 30. He could be a backup center easily, even at the age of 30. Um, we would get way more value, though, if we picked up Austin Reeves and traded him. So, I'm going to go for Chris Stapps, even though I know he's the worser of the players. I think it just makes more sense to get the backup center play, and we can always move Chris Stapps. Chris Stapps will have value, just like Austin Reeves will. So yeah, I think we can land Chris Stapps to play our backup center behind Derek Queen. That also gives us some size at the center position, something we don't have at the current moment. And then we can use our mid-level exception on somebody. We also could just resign Kevin Porter Jr. He only wants 12 mil. I think we'll judge our next signing based off if we get Chris Stapps or not. Because Chris Stapps basically takes up our cap space. We'd still have a mid-level exception, though. I'm going to get rid of all these trade exceptions. I have no interest in those. Yeah, I want Chris Stapps. I've made my decision. So after signing Chris Stapps, we still have $8 million after releasing our exception. That's enough for us to get a player worth 8 mil and then also a mid-level exception. I don't know how I'm able to make the money for Kevin Porter Jr., but apparently I am. Now, if I went back for Kevin Porter Jr., right, Nickeil Alexander-Walker could play backup 3, KPJ could play backup 2, or starting 2. Also, get a power forward. Colin Gillespie, Colin Sexton. I thought Anthony Simons would be interesting. He's only 6'3", though. Not a huge DeAndre Ayton guy. Lou Dort fits the build of the team pretty well. How'd he shoot? How's his shooting looking? You know, if he would just take less threes, he'd be way more valuable to me. I could probably get Lou Dort on a mid-level exception. Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre could also be a very valuable asset to me. I know KPJ can score and he's 26, but I think we're going to go Lou Dort and Kelly Oubre with the rest of our money. Yeah, I'm going to do that. We're going to bring in Kelly Oubre as a veteran. Offer him about $475 a year. And then we're going to also offer... Jonathan Kuminga, you want a little too much, my man. Where'd he go? I'm going to offer Luke Dort. I'm going to offer the two of these guys. I'm going to offer Luke Dort around $650. Kelly Oubre went to Portland. I didn't even know he had another offer. So that's on me. Okay, this changes things a little bit. I think that Lou Dort seems like he's a good fit. We'll take Lou Dort, and then with the rest of our money, well, first let's just get Lou Dort. Lou Dort went to the Lakers. Damn it. Okay, well, gotta use the money on somebody. It's a lot of guards. And I don't really need a lot of guards. I guess Duncan Robinson we could sign, but he's cheap. So, before we agree to sign a guy like Duncan Robinson, let's just confirm. Is there anybody else who could be a good fit? Guy Santos? Guy Santos. Crafty stretch 4. What exactly do you do? You shoot threes, you got a little bit of a perimeter defense. Paint prodigy. question. It's not bad. And you're young. You know what? F it. 375. Let's give you a contract. How far are we on the offer sheet? You're restricted. Oh, damn. I mean, I don't think I have a shooting guard who can play small forward. Actually, no, Nickel Alexander Walker can play backup small forward if need be. So we could throw out a little offer for either Sexton or Simons or Gillespie. They're all 27. Um, yeah, they're not getting the best offers anyway. Ooh, who shoots better from the field? Let's see. Sexton shoots a little bit better from three and mid range. Struggles from the sides a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Simons is considered to be a better systems match. His perimeter defense is worse. Alright, fuck it. We'll throw a bag at Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton will probably get moved later if we're being honest, but it's okay. Oh. Well, Sexton went back to the Bulls and the Warriors didn't match my contract. So I still got $5 million to work with. Quentin Grimes. No. Quentin Grimes, don't do that. Okay. Damn, missing out on Lou Dort sucks. That really sucks. Keon Ellis? Sure. Yeah, I'll throw a little contract at Keon Ellis. He can play some backup small forward for us. Uh, you know what? On a vet minimum, why not? On a vet minimum, I'll offer Chris Middleton. Cool. So let's see. So we have four power forwards, two centers. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 13 players. We can sign. We can sign two more guys. Um, let's see. I cannot afford Jaden Ivey, so there's no point in that. Duncan Robinson. I don't really want him to start over Keon Ellis, so I'm not going to bother making that signing. D'Angelo Russell for some depth, maybe? I don't know. It's not a terrible idea. Bring Cameron Payne back. Simon Fontecchio. Let's just do systems match. Who fits our roster well? KCP, Javon Carter. Preferably someone sub 30 would be nice. I like to gamble, but not that much. Ryan Nemhard. I'll sign Ryan Nemhard to a little multi-year deal. Why not? And then, screw it. We'll take all the Warriors ex-players. Take a young big man and Trace Jackson. We sign Ryan Nemhard. And then we'll take Trace Jackson Davis. There you go. So again, it's the player progression. Derek Queen becomes an 88. Jeremiah Fears becomes... He jumps up 10. Okay. He just jumped up 10. Damn. That's crazy. Nickel Alexander Walker goes down 1. That's fine. Okay, this is interesting. Milton only goes down 2, and Jackson goes down 1. But Jeremiah Fears taking that big of a leap means he's going to be our go-to point guard this year. Alright, let's load the next year draft class. 2027. Oh my god. Listening to people talk about business in the background is crazy. Housing market's wild these days, dude. Absolutely wild. $1 million flip house. That's crazy. Anyway, So Jeremiah Fears is quite clearly our guy. He's an 89 overall. Derek Queen also got yoked from that Giannis trade. So we have a little big three right here. Um, Derek Queen's the starting center, backed by Chris Stapps. And then we have young Cam Boozer at the four, young Guy Santos, and young Josh Minot. Um, Chris Middleton, we brought him back. Okay. So Nickeil Alexander Walker can go play the backup two. Keon Ellis can go play the full-time backup three. I think that's just what would make sense to do with this team. He'll play a little small forward sometimes. He'll be a full-time small forward. So we have AJ Mitchell to back up Jeremiah Fears. We have Ryan Rollins to back up Nickeil Alexander Walker. We have Keon Ellis to back up Jalen Williams. We have Guy Santos to back up Cam Boozer. And then we have Chris Stapps to back up Derek Queen. That is interesting. I really need to play a 10-man rotation. We'll see what happens with the young guys, because we have a lot of young talent off the bench. I also don't know how many of these guys we're going to retain for a long time. I don't know the lifespan of Chris Stapps on this team, of how long he'll really be a valuable asset to me. So we'll see. I think I should. I'm gonna take the Thunder playbook. I don't know. I'm gonna see if there's a world where Jeremiah Fears plays like a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He probably won't. He probably won't. I'm gonna try something. I want to try something. So when you take player DNA, are you taking their tendencies or their or like their stats? That's something I don't entirely know. But like hypothetically, hear me out. If I could take Shea's just all of his tendencies, that'd be kind of cool. Import appearance and attributes. No. Import now. Import attributes. Keep appearance. Import appearance. Keep attributes. Damn it. No, it's not tendencies. It's just appearance or attributes. So never mind. We're not doing that. I wanted to see if I could like just take all of his tendencies and see if I can make Jeremiah Fears like take the same type of shots that Shea would. It was cool. It was cool in thought. Anyway, Jeremiah Fears. Yeah, Jeremiah Fears. Don't be afraid to touch that ball. You have a 90 overall center. He should be up there in touches. Maybe shoot just a little bit less. J-Dub, you're an 80. You should be shooting a lot as well. Get your touches up. I don't really care if Chris Stapps doesn't shoot as much. Nickeil Alexander Walker. I might end up trading Nickeil Alexander Walker. Not out of any disrespect to him, just because of all the other guys getting touches on this team. It's a lot. Rookie Cam Boozer, absolutely want him to develop, so get that up. Make sure he gets his touches up. Keon Ellis, you're just there for the defense. I don't care if you don't shoot a lot. Same thing with Guy Santos. Okay, I think that's good. Now for the player development aspect. Where the heck is that? What kind of scheme? Post-centric. Is there anything we're better at now? You want to run a grit and grind? I don't know. How about 7 seconds? Let's just play fast. I think we'll be fine. Training player mentorship. There it is. Oh, I haven't done one of these since like a my GM like last year. But because the problem is I have so many young players. So like my veterans are Chris Stapps, Chris Middleton. J-Dub may or may not be considered a mentor, but Jeremiah Fears. I don't think you're gonna learn a lot from Ryan Rollins. It feels like, yeah. I'm gonna assume you can learn something from. Keon Ellis is old enough where maybe you could get something out of him. How about J-Dub? Or Nickeil Alexander Walker is probably your mentor, I guess. Challenger, pick dodger. Challenger, set shot specialist. How about J-Dub? Set shot specialist. Strong handles. Challenger. What else you got? Pick dodger, yeah. Paint patroller. Yeah, it doesn't Maybe we'll have him work on getting dead eyes, set shot specialist, and strong handles. Good enough to me. I think, yeah, Derek Queen. Where Derek Queen at? Derek Queen can learn from Chris Stapps. He'll learn something from Chris Stapps. I don't know what yet, but we'll see. Derek Queen can learn a hook specialist, post phenom. Yeah, nah, I don't. I'm a paint controller, pogo stiff, and Deadeye. Yeah, let's have him do that. And then we'll have Cameron Boozer can learn from somebody. From who you say? Chris Middleton. I feel like a lot of these would have benefited Jeremiah Fears more, but slippery off ball, shifty shooter, and yeah, okay, you're just gonna learn how to shoot, I guess. Maybe Keon Ellis can mentor young, yeah, maybe Keon Ellis can mentor Isaiah Evans, or yeah, maybe he can. I don't know. We'll see. Keon Ellis, interceptor, glove, challenger, maybe. I don't know. And then Guy Santos. You want to learn from somebody? Um, I don't know if I really have anybody to teach you anything. Actually, I'm gonna do this instead. We still got Ryan Rollins. Let's stick with this for now. I'm also gonna change around the minutes a little bit. Guy Santos can have his 10. Ellis can have 12. I'm just gonna give you 8. Mitchell, I'm gonna give you like 30. I'm gonna give you like 15. Nick Alexander Walker, we're gonna give him 20. Chris Stapps, we're gonna give him 25. You can have 30. I'm gonna give you at least 30. 34. You can have 27. And get Jeremiah Fears numbers up, minutes up as well. Give an extra minute to Mr. Ryan Rollins. I think I like this the way it is. If this team stays healthy, I think we've made a pretty good team. Joan Beringer and Io DeSumo for Derek Queen. Ew. The Grizzlies got Jaron and they got Jaron Jackson Jr. back, and they also got Larry Markkinen. It's an interesting big team you got there. Boozer put up 26 and 12 in his first game. Nikhil Alexander Walker shot 8 for 11. J-Dub put up 20 points. Derek Queen shot 10 threes. Kai and Jeremiah Fears went 4 for 11. So not a great first start, but that's okay. Ryan Rollins 26. Jeremiah Fears 7 for 13. Scoring isn't there yet. Alright. Give some time for this team to gain some chemistry. The chemistry isn't so great yet. Perhaps as the season progresses, these guys will get better, and we'll have a more reliable team going forward. We only put up 98 points against the Spurs. That kind of sucks. You know, in my head, I thought I put together a pretty damn good team, but we're 7 for 11 right now. Hmm. I might look to make some trades in a little bit. I don't think it's because of our bench. Our bench seems fine to me. Hmm. At least we didn't lose to the Bulls. If we lost to the Bulls, I would have had some questions. Josh Giddey 20, Ryan Rollins 26, Jeremiah Fears 24, Chris Stapps 18, 17, 17, 17, 14, little 6'4". Nick Alexander Walker seems like every time you look at he's just struggling. Maybe it's because we're playing him at the small forward position. That could be it. I don't know yet. Let me see. Let's take a little quick look at the stats. 15 points, around 10 boards, 5 assists. Struggling to shoot the 3 ball, shooting way too many threes, if that. Jeremiah Fears is putting up 18 points per game, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. The shooting splits are not terrible. J-Dub splits are right. Chris Stapps doing fine. Okay, you're not even that bad statistically. It's just that the games I look at, you're struggling. Ryan Rollins is playing amazing. AJ Mitchell's playing decent. Cam Boozer's playing really good. Giannis is just kind of here for the defense, and he's still getting a steal a game. Okay. Guy Santos, not shooting very well. Ryan Nemhart not shooting the best. Josh not shooting terribly. Hmm. And then you're just a developmental player for now. So let's get to the trade deadline. I think we'll move on from some guys who anyone who doesn't want to resign, we'll just move on from right away. I still don't think we're in our championship season. I still think it's going to take us another few years to once Jeremiah Pierce gets to like a 95 or 96. I think he could be a true leader of the team. Oh, hey, we beat Giannis. That's cool. Jeremiah Pierce drops 27. Boozer drops 22. A lot of guys with double figures. Derek Queen had 15 rebounds. He only took 4 shots, but that's fine. I'd rather him just take 4 shots and us win. Giannis drops 32 on us. He took 8 threes. Huh. Shooting under 30%. He took 8 threes in a game. You know what? That's a you problem. That ain't a me problem right now. I would love to see that in real life. I would love to just see Giannis have a game where he decides to shoot 8 threes and just see what happens. I just think it'd be interesting. Uh, Couch rotting. I've been rotting on my couch all day. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. Couch rotting is pretty good. Doing pretty good. Just doing an NBA 2K franchise. It's been really fun. Well, it's good to communicate with people about what you're up to in life. Okay. Darius Garland for Porzingis. No, I'm all set. I need a center. Da 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 da. Jake Laveria is Jameer Gibbs 101 next year. I think you could make an argument for like 3 or 4 players to go one. I think you can make a good argument for like 3 or 4 different guys. All right, 28 and 21. Could be better, could be worse. Cam Boozer's coming back from injury. Before we decide to trade literally anybody, let's just take a look at contract extensions. Is anybody eligible? Does anybody want to stay here? Well, it's cool having Chris Middleton back. He's not really doing anything, but he's here. He's here for a fun time, not a long time. It looks like Josh Minot. He's shooting a lot better now. Still struggling from three, but that's okay. 2 for 11 from the right side. When you shoot threes, bad things happen. AJ Mitchell's shooting fine. Ryan Rollins is shooting okay. He's not shooting a lot, so whatever. Nickel Alexander Walker's okay. I think Nickel Alexander Walker might be replaceable. Uh, I think like he's shooting fine, 50, 40, 90, but I just don't think we're gonna really use him much. Jeremiah Fears, 19 points per game, having a slow but steady growth, I would say. J Dub over time might be considered someone we replaced, but 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal. I mean, he's good, but for the amount of money we're paying him, maybe we'll look to do something else. We're gonna try with this team for at least 2 years. We have him for 5 years, so we have 5 years to figure out if we want to build around him or not. There are definitely some young guys who could get better. There's some other points of emphasis. So let's see, what could we do here? Hypothetically speaking, this would be really weird, but imagine a world where we run Cam Boozer at small forward. Again, as I mentioned, it'd be weird. His rebounding's not incredibly high anyway. What if we did run Cam Boozer at small forward? What if we ran Cam Boozer at small forward? Um, Derek Queen at the 4, Porzingis at the 5, and we traded J Dub. J Dub only 25, but it's just been an idea in my head. Trading J Dub for Joel Embiid is not necessarily the best move, but I'll think about it. Josh Giddey and Cam Thomas. Josh Giddey, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, still gets a steal a game. Uh, a significant money saver right there. And then we could get Cam Thomas off the bench, who's putting up 20 points per game at shooting guard. Um, hmm, hmm. I'll think about that. Josh Minot's nice, but whoa, hold on here. Tyler Hero, cool. Lamella Ball and Con Knipple. You're not getting Jeremiah Pierce, so no. I'm good. I don't need Dyson Daniels back. I'm all set. Need Clifford, no. Mikael Bridges and Josh Hart, interesting, but no, no, nope. Jamal Murray, hmm. Jamal Murray is nice, but the fit would be kind of weird. Jaron and a lottery protected first round pick that would become a year after pick. Um, well, if we did trade for Jaron, he'd play the four, and then we'd move Cam Boozer to the three, and we would retain this good pick. I'll think about that. Getting Durin would play the five. Derek Queen would play the four. I feel like Derek Queen at the four might just make more sense. 17, 12. That's some real big man numbers, you know. We just don't have a center who's getting us rebounds. Like very much considering. I'm very much considering that Pistons trade. I feel like even Evan Mobley would get us more rebounds. He only gets 9 rebounds a game. He gets 2 blocks and a steal though. But I think at a more affordable cost would be Jalen Duren. Hold on, go back to Jalen Duren for a second. Yeah, Jalen Duren will be way cheaper. He get us rebounds. The defense isn't crazy, but the rebounding is what I like. I like the fact that we'll actually get some more rebounds. I don't feel like we get many rebounds. I feel like as a team we don't get many rebounds. We get Karis LeVert, who will move later. It's fine. He's actually averaging at 74 overall. He's averaging 19 points per game. I'm struggling to talk. Oh, that's his per 36. Never mind. He's still putting up 11 points as a 74 overall. I think you shoot alright, but I think Derek Queen. His perimeter defense is not crazy, but his playmaking almost makes him a good four in a way. And we also have Kristaps still. I think this could be okay. Because I'm looking at our rebounding numbers. Derek Queen averages 9 rebounds. Kristaps averages 6 rebounds. And then it's like Boozer gets us 6-ish rebounds. I don't expect Jeremiah Pierce to get us a lot of rebounds, but he even gets 4. I think I'm okay with this swap. They're both 87 overall. They're both in the same age range. You're actually you're 2 years cheap. You're not 2 years cheaper. You're 2 years younger. I'm gonna do this. I also think having this might be an advantage we need to get past the Piston in the East. I think having that good center play. Derek Queen can go move to the 4. Duren will play the 5. Porzingis will be the backup 5. Boozer will move to the 3. So Duren, Porzingis, Guy Santos when he comes back from injury will play the backup 4. Derek Queen will play the that starting 4. Cam Boozer at the 3. Keon Ellis will be the backup 3. Nickel Alexander Walker, Ryan Rollins, AJ Mitchell, and Jeremiah Fears. Can we move Karis LeVert again? Can we save that 14 million? Nah, we're stuck with it. We'll keep Isaiah Evans. Do we trade Chris Middleton again? I'll probably keep him unless there's a world where we're getting like a first round pick. Like I'm not like a young PJ Hall and a second round pick. Does he have a team option? No, so I don't care. I'm not really looking for many bench upgrades. Give it a second and go get Aaron Neesmith. Not terrible, but no. And get back Lonzo Ball with a second. Our trades, we can go take a first round pick and David Jones Garcia. Okay. That's a young player and an additional first round pick for veteran Chris Middleton. Um, hmm. I mean, we traded him once. I mean, we could trade him again if we want to. Real quick, hold on. My phone, ESPN went off. Any cool notifications? Anything interesting happen? I know Max Crosby got traded last night. Anything else going on? Connor McGovern does sign an extension with the Bills, a 4-year 52. TJ Bass signs a 10-year to stay with the Cowboys. Darius Williams, the corner, retired. EJ Speed signs an extension with the Texans. Brendan Aubrey signs a 10-year. And then a bunch of guys just restructure contracts. Okay. Um, the additional first round pick. Ooh, bring back Grayson Allen to Milwaukee. I don't hate that. Grayson Allen's gonna be a player I target next year's free agency. I know they're gonna let him go. I think the idea of getting a first round pick is a little bit more valuable than keeping Chris Middleton. Um, Especially if he's not gonna get to play. And the Bucks already won him a championship. Well, he won a championship with the Bucks. I don't think this is our year. That's why I'm leaning towards this trade now. Um, I mean, we have an extensive future of first round picks. Oh, damn, he's being a softie. I like Chris. I'm just gonna keep Chris. It's fine. Um, but yeah, for now, this is the rotation we're running. When Boozer comes back, Nemhard, we can maybe flip Nemhard. He's 23, but I remember he had a good stretch with the Mavs for like a little bit this year, and then he kind of just stopped getting played. We have him for 4 years, so I'm not in really be a rush to trade him. But then again, I'm not saying no to a first round pick. Okay, that's gonna be an off-season trade we make. Cool. All right, so that's the team. I'm just gonna keep a note that we could have had additional first round picks if we traded Chris Middleton, and we didn't. That was a me decision. Um, I take, I'll take, the blame if that doesn't work out. We are really, really struggling to score as a team. I don't really know why, but we are hella struggling to score as a team. Santos is injured, but okay. What seems to be the problem here? Boozer, Derek Queen, Chris Stamps. Something here is not working, and I haven't figured out yet what it is. But something here is not working. Maybe that Thunder playbook is fucking me up. I don't know. What other playbook could we run that could be supportive for a team that just gets rebounds at center? 2010 Lakers? No. The 84 USA team? I doubt it. Pro-Am. You know what? Let's play like we're in France. I don't know. Maybe that makes a difference. Who knows? We have not lost a game with the French playbook. I have figured out the problem. Okay. We lost to Darren Peterson, and just Darren Peterson. Dante George 19, Sensabaugh, Walker Kessler 17-12. This was, of all the games we were going to lose, that was one of the least games I would have expected to lose. We beat the Pacers and Halliburton. Okay. We beat the Magic. That's good. We beat Brunson and Katz. We beat Wemby. Alright. Lose to LaMelo Ball. We lose to Anthony Edwards. Fair enough. It's not like we have the greatest defensive shooting guard. We still lose to Shea, despite shaking J-Dub. Oh yeah, Shea dropped 50. Fair enough. Wait, who? Who was second? They got Zion? Oh, right, yeah. Again, Zion for J-Dub. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know why I just forgot about that. Fair enough. Yeah, Zion and Shea. I was kind of hoping Zion would take some of Shea's touches, so that didn't happen. We go 42 and 40. Wemby puts up 30 points per game, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. Whoa. Yep. That's what's in the West. Darren Peterson's a 21 point per game scorer. Jalen Green's putting up 23 points per game off the bench. Interesting. Most improved, Bub Carrington. Really? Okay. Devin Booker's your most clutch player. Jason Kidd's your coach of the year. Jason Kidd wins pretty much all the awards. Nice. We're holding on to a 42-40 record with, I think, the 5th seed. playoffs. No, Guy Santos, you can play, but your PT needs to get like vastly, vastly dropped. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. First round, we were the 6 seed. We faced the Raptors. Quickly, Barrett, Ingram, Scotty Barnes, and Jakob Pertl. Um, they have advantage in small forward. That's about it, overall wise. So, yeah. Fast forward to facing on Boston, Peyton Pritchard, Derek White. Obviously, the small forward and power forward is the advantages they have. You can argue shooting guard they have an advantage too, defensively, of course. I don't think Peyton Pritchard is going to score a lot on Jeremiah Fears. I don't think Ryan Rollins is going to give up a lot of points to Derek White. Cam Boozer's size should help him against Jalen Brown. Derek Queen versus Tatum. Yeah, Tatum's probably going to score like 35 a game. It's probably what's going to happen there. We actually won the first game by 5 points, so that's pretty cool. We win the second game by like 17. Yeah, by 17, and then we win by 6. We sweep Boston. Um, oh, 121 to 115, 2 games in a row. Well, not in a row. The first game and the fourth game. AJ Mitchell was our high scorer in that game. In this game, Derek Queen was our high scorer. Tatum dropped 32 and 10. Alexander Walker led the team in scoring. The one thing that's really good about this team is the versatility in scoring. Like, it doesn't seem like it's ever one guy's job to be the main scorer. And then going into this game, Tatum and Brown got limited, and AJ Mitchell. Oh, no, that was the first game. In the fourth game, Jeremiah Fears stepped up and he dropped 26, 5 and 3. Yeah, just overall good performances as a team. 50% shoot. Derek Queen is shooting a little too much. Maybe I need to tell him to take a chill pill. But we're definitely able to beat the Knicks. We beat them in the regular season. They beat us this time. Yes, again. Okay. Alrighty. Well, to be fair, they beat us in the regular season too, so I guess that doesn't mean anything. We'll run a little in rotation. We'll let the best players play. Maybe we can win a game or two. We won a game. We come back. We win another game. We started off down 2-0. It was to 7. Either way, facing the Grizzlies doesn't sound bad. Facing the Mavs sounds horrific. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're struggling in the fourth quarter a little bit. But we come back and we win. It was a very low scoring game. Cooper Flag, 22 points per game. Derek Queen, 16, 10, and 4. It's 26% from 3. Okay. Alrighty. Towns dropped 23, 9, and 5 on us. With Brunson struggling to score. Nikhil Alexander Walker, 21, 17 from Duran, 14 from Fears. Yeah, a lot of misses. Very much a lot of misses. But it's okay. Porzingis is hurt. We'll try to get Keon Ellis into the rotation. And then my boy Derek Queen. I know you're the highest overall team. You are really struggling to shoot that 3 ball. Let's lower your tendencies just a little bit. Just so you stop taking very bad shots, if that's what you're doing. I want Duran to just be a beast at the basket and just score when the ball's in his hands. So putting up his shot tendency and his touches, because I want them to get the ball inside to him at times. That way we're not forcing all these bad shots, if that is what's happening here. I think at the small forward position, Kristaps is injured. It's the playoffs. Who's really surprised? We turned down Jeremiah Fears' shot tendency. So Jeremiah Fears versus Kyrie, Nickeil Alexander Walker versus Max Christie, Cam Boozer versus Cooper Flag. The battle of the New York guy, not New York, the Duke guys. We have an advantage over Derek Lively. However, Derek Lively is taller than Jalen Duran, so he might stop him at the basket. Derek Queen is the matchup. So our big man matchup, we have an advantage. The guard tangent is similar simply because of overall, but ideally Kyrie is Kyrie. Kyrie's capable of dropping 30 a night on Jeremiah Fears, and then Cooper Flag's at 90 overall. So it just depends on how much he gets the ball. Going through game one, they win. It was only by 7 points. Okay. They win by 11 points. Okay. Do we have an answer for Cooper Flag? I hope we have an answer for Cooper Flag. No big injuries right now. Damn. We lose by 3. We unfortunately just don't have an answer for Cooper Flag, it seems like. Yeah, Cooper Flag's gonna be the problem. Oh, we won a game. Let's go. We won a game, boys. The comeback. Oh, never mind. Yeah, Kyrie drops 30 points a game. Unfortunately, Jeremiah Fears' defense is the problem. Alright, who's retiring? Oh, sorry, Chris. We got you to the finals. We couldn't win you a championship before you retired. My bad. I tried. Jersey retirements, league meetings. Anything new you guys want to do? No picks for us, so I don't really care. Staff signing. What are we doing? I mean, we just got to the finals. Is it worth trying to go get a new head coach? Michael Stuffer's not even a real coach. Oh, well, Doc Rivers, you got one more year on your deal, so we'll see it through with you. We'll see it through. What we got for picks? 16, 22, and 28. Gotcha. 16, 22, and 18. You guys are already under contract for the next 3 years. You have a team option. We have you under contract. You, I think, are restricted free agent technically. Your money's off the books. You have a team option. You're cheap. You're under contract. You're under contract. You have a player option. You're going to decline. You have a team option, and you refuse to resign. So I'm going to trade you. Okay. So that's the situation we're working with. Cool. Good enough. Let's see. What's the mock draft have us getting? Cameron Williams. Not for me, unfortunately. Dame Sar, Taj Ariza. With pick 16, we're predicted to get Abraham Maker Bowl. A backup power forward. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Let's get to the draft. Cameron Williams, Jordan Smith Jr. Is there an option to get a shooting guard? I feel like I'd like a shooting guard or a point guard. I feel like I would. 6th pick for you trade Obi Toppin and Marvin Bagley. You get the 6th pick of the draft. That's kind of nice, actually. I kind of want Bruce Branch. Who's my backup power forward again? Guy Santos. Dylan Mingo. I might make a move for Dylan Mingo. I don't know. I see him. I want him. How much is Jalen Suggs? $30 million a year? Yeah, no. With Jalen Suggs' defense, though, and his ability to shoot makes him kind of valuable to me. $30 million. Can I pull off a trade for him? Alexander Walker shoots well. Yeah, I don't think I can make up the money for him, unfortunately. Actually, I probably can. I'm gonna keep Suggs in my back burner. The Kings got a point guard that I'm kind of interested in. He's a decent perimeter defender. He's a blow by 6'5" shooting 6'5" point guard. I'm trying to make a move for Dylan Mingo. I think there's a world where Jeremiah Fears could be I don't know, flipped into something else. He's just not shooting well. But, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, you're mad. I'll give you Ryan Nemhard. Yeah, I'm aware that's not enough. Hmm. Yeah, you struggled to shoot the ball so hard. I want to trade you. Give you pick 28. Give you pick 22. Give you pick 16. Give you pick 28. Cool. Okay, now I need a backup power forward. Okay, the power forward we got here. The power forward you wanted me to take is still here. He shoots mid range. He gets rebounds. He plays defense. 6'11" out of Sudan. Kind of like a Tom Sanders. Xavier Booker's here as well. Mm, I'd be cool with getting this guy in the second round. What does this trade land us? Derek White. No. Young Benedict Mathurin. And Ajax. So, a backup center who's cheaper. The money kind of matches. Porzingis had 14 points, 6 rebounds, a block and a half off the bench. Reeves and a Kongwu. I like a Kongwu. I do like Okongwu. Okongwu is nice. No. Fuck Kessler, no. Mikael Bridges, no. Desmond Bain, no. I like low-key want Jalen Suggs, but I'm gonna use this pick. What is he? Rim reaping mid-range scorer Abraham Juan Maker Bowl. Thon. He's got Maker Bowl, Thon Maker and Bowl from Sudan. I didn't know this guy existed. I'll be honest with you. You know what? Once upon a time we took Thon Maker. We're taking Maker Bowl. Another guy out of Sudan. I can't trade you yet. I'm gonna trade AJ Mitchell. You're gonna be my backup point guard. I'll trade Ryan Nemhard. So you and you will get traded after I accept your option. So you'll be my starting point guard. You'll be my backup point guard. You'll be my starting shooting guard. You'll be my backup shooting guard. I'm gonna pay to keep you. I'll accept your team option. We'll see how much you develop before we make any moves. I might have to move you at the deadline. You're already annoyed. So yeah, I'll probably move him at the deadline. Manat might be gone. You're 75 overall. You can be the backup power forward. And then center's good. Okay. I like that. I'm happy now. I think that was a good move. Dylan Mingle and Ricker Bowl. Ryan Rollins declined his player option, to be expected. We accept the team option on everybody. Bring them all back. Cool. It's not like we have cap space, so it's not like it really matters. $70 million for Jokic? Definitely don't got that. Yeah. Michael Porter Jr. wants $6 million. Nice. Yeah, Ryan Rollins, you're the only guy I care to bring back. Okay, renounce the rights to everybody else. Do I not have the bird rights on Josh Minot? Oh, I gotta lose Josh Minot for nothing. That makes me sad. Bye, Joshua. Wait, where'd Josh Minot go? Let me go find Josh Minot real quick. Trace Walker. Um, Josh, but not. He's a 75. There he is. Yeah, he wants a minimum deal. I want to bring him back. 2-year minimum. Come back, Josh. Yeah, re-resign Josh. Um, that's a 14-man roster. We can sign one more guy. We can sign your old teammate Nemius Keita. Sign him to a 2-year deal. Well, you never know. Injuries happen with our big man position quite a bit. Just give him a 4-year deal and see if he wants to come. Damian Lillard? Oh, I wish I had 20 mil. I would sign 84 overall Damian Lillard. Welcome Nemius Keita to the Bucks. Jeremiah Fears is a 90. Derek Queen's a 90. Cam Boozer's an 87. Duran's an 87. No real crazy drops. Isaiah Evans becomes a 77. Gonna trade him at the deadline. Cool. Awesome. I'm happy. Alright, right now it's 4:30. The Magic are currently beating the Timberwolves. Did not see that coming. Download the 2028 draft. Maybe this is our year. I need the Mavericks to not be a great team. So I can... Damian Lillard's going to retire. Can I make up 20 mil to go get him? He probably dropped an overall dramatically. Let's see. What's up? Yeah, I'll be there in a second. Alright, I'm back. I just had to move a bed. Alright, let's see. What are we doing here? I want to land Dame before he retires, but I don't know if we're going to get the chance to. We're going to try to bring him back if we get the chance. Let's see, what are we working with here? Lineup. We're going to run a 10-man. Maker Bowl's not in there. I don't really want Nemius Keita playing the 4. He's perfectly fine at the 5. We're gonna factor in young talent a little bit more. They should be playing Maker Bowl over Nemius Keita. AJ, you know what? Let's look for an AJ trade partner now. Let's go to trade block. We're gonna be trading. AJ Mitchell's on the trade block. Isaiah Evans is on the trade block because he's annoyed Um, you're pleased. That's good. We want to open up a spot for Mingo, so he's tradable. Manat might have to go at some point. Untouchables would be Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears, Cam Boozer. I don't see a world where we trade Duran, and I don't see us trading Ryan Rollins. Ideally, that's a starting lineup right there. Our point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. Is AJ Mitchell still pissed off? He's anxious. Okay. We just got this young Dylan Mingo guy. He deserves playing time. So you two guys, you're signed, which is really weird for a guy who just said last season that he was annoyed with my team. Nikhil Alexander Walker, we can get him on a cheap deal. Do you have a player option? Yeah, I'm forced into paying your player option if I give you an extension. So I'm gonna let you just get cheaper rather than pay you right away. AJ Mitchell's good, but I think on our team he's a backup. His splits are good. His defense is good. He's overall wise a good point guard to have. Actually, he doesn't really want any money like at all. So maybe we just give him a cheap extension and let him be a backup. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Um, okay, what can we do here? I could, in theory, make you a backup small forward. I could, in theory, you'd be the starting shooting guard. You'd be the backup shooting guard. You'd be the backup point guard. Here's what I'm thinking about doing. I want you with the one. You'll be the backup one. You'll be the backup two. You'd be the backup three. You'd be the backup four, and then you'd be the backup five. That's what I'm thinking. So maybe we just trade Ryan Nemhard now. Wait, what is he? Point fading wizard. A point fading wizard. Interesting. Um, Sam Hauser in a second. The Jazz will just give us 2 first-round picks for Ryan Nemhard. I am not doing that deal. Cool. Now AJ Mitchell can go play some two. Nikhil Alexander Walker can go play some backup three. You'll be the backup four. You'll be the backup five. Yeah. And now Keon Ellis can just be there in case of an injury. And then Isaiah Evans, who's says he's unhappy with our team. He's a 21-year-old who's a 77 overall. We could probably flip him just for some draft comp. Or I just saw Khalil Ware. I don't really want to give him a first round pick for Khalil Ware, but he's on a last year this deal. I'll definitely don't do that. Um, Carrington, no. CJ McCollum, no. I guess we'll explore the trade market for him a little bit. Yeah, a little bit later we'll explore his trade market. For now, Keon Ellis. I mean, Isaiah Evans is 6'6". Inside athletic defense. What if Isaiah Evans became a power forward? Not particularly great at it. That's fine. Isaiah Evans, Mingo should get put into the scheme. Magnus Keita shouldn't be in the scheme. Who's our backup power forward? Bolt. Okay. So it seems like Ellis and Evans are both just kind of they're both kind of there, but they both don't really need to be here. Okay. So we got Ellis on a good deal, but maybe I'll just move him to shooting guard. Actually, no, if I move him to shooting guard, he'll still be in the rotation. He's on a super cheap deal. If any team is willing to give us a first round pick, the Pistons will give us a first round pick and Trace Jackson. We can go get Dalton Connect, a first round pick from the Jazz again, a first round pick in Sam Hauser from the Hawks. Swap first and take Colin Gillespie. Oh, that's a nice young center, but no. Ben Simmons. This might be the best trade here. We get a 22-year-old on a 1 year deal. We'll take a first round pick. Then we can swap that pick later. Actually, this would make more sense. Trace Jackson with a first round pick. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep Ellis. That's fine. You're just gonna play power forward. I need to name this kid and to stop being started though. I need them to stop starting you, stop starting you, put in you, and put in you. There we go. Okay, let's try this for the year. So far, I like this. Porzingis and Mingo for Ja. I mean, the Grizzlies almost made it to the finals, to be fair. But, no. This would be weird to pair up Jeremiah Fears and Ja. Legendary ankle assassin. Wow. No, almost set. Thank you, though. Okay, we have the Warriors pick this year, I believe. Anthony Simons, RJ Barrett, and they signed Giannis. Huh. Now, I was expecting the Warriors to suck when I took all their future picks. Come to find out, they just go sign Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Rockets pick might be good. It's not. Who did the Rockets sign? Nobody. They're just good. Just a well-rounded team. Okay. This team is still pretty decent. That team's still pretty cool. Pelicans got Scoot Henderson. Okay. Where the hell did Jokic go? Asar Thompson went to the Nets. Interesting. Keontae George is a king now. What the fuck? Jokic, Ace Bailey, Darren Peterson, Dyson Daniels? Small forward, shooting guard. I mean, what you probably should do is maybe run him at the 4 or run him at the 1. I mean, you do you. You got Collier. This Jazz team is fantastic. That is a fantastic Jazz team. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a really good Jazz team. Do the Thunder have the Heat pick? Who has that Heat pick? Does the Celtics have it? No. I was thinking I would trade for the Heat pick this year, but they don't have a first round pick till 2029. Oh, it's 2028 in the game, not 2027. Oh, okay. Hornets, maybe? No. Heat. Okay, the Hornets have it. Um, do you have any cap space? Not particularly. Okay. Well, our pick is somehow like 2 stars, which I have no idea why. So I'll trade our pick and the Warriors pick. What you say to that? You think that pick is very good? I would agree. I also think that pick is pretty good. Um, I'm willing to give you my second round. We take the Miami Heat pick. I'm not convinced that that Heat team is going to be very great. Um, hmm. And then we have 5 different options at power forward. Isaiah Evans, we'll move him to small forward. We're probably going to just trade him. Nami's Keita's here for a fun time. Let's just start simming. We lose to Giannis again. That's annoying. The Jazz have Jokic, so I'm not going to complain about losing to them. Um, damn. Okay, destroy the Heat. Uh, beat the Hawks pretty convincingly. Barely beating the Nets, but then destroying them afterwards. That's pretty cool. We lose to Wemby. We lose to the Heat. Are the Heat good? Did I make a mistake trading for that pick? No, they're 6 and 18. but we did a very Milwaukee Bucks fashion thing and lose to one of the worst teams in the league, but then beat a good team. It's kind of like how we lost to the Wizards 3 times this year. Don't ask. And then we beat the Celtics, and I also believe we beat the Thunder as well after losing to the Wizards twice. So that's the real life Milwaukee Bucks. Life is just full of questions, isn't it? How's things looking? How's things looking? 20.7. Okay, this could be our year. This could be our year. Oh, we're still losing to the Knicks, and we lost them in the playoffs, and we lost them again. I guess we just don't have an answer for Jalen Brunson. I'm guessing. Wait, actually, what am I talking about? We did beat the Knicks. We lost to Cooper Flag. Never mind. We went to Game 7 against them. Keontae George drops 26 during 38, 12, and 2. Nickeil Alexander-Walker 37. Alright, what's going on here? Oh, Porzingis is hurt for 2 weeks. AJ Mitchell's out for 6 to 8 weeks. Keon Ellis is injured for 1 to 2 weeks. Isaiah Evans is very happy playing power forward, I guess. Good to know. Okay, a little bit better shooting from the field from most of the players on our team. That's good. Ryan Rollins is struggling. Hate to see that. AJ Mitchell is struggling as well. Dylan Mingo, he hasn't really shot that much, but he is missing at the basket quite a bit. Maybe Dylan Mingo just needs a year on the bench to just kind of see and like develop as opposed to playing a lot. Derek Queen, 16 points, 8.5 rebounds, 5 assists. Good numbers. Jeremiah Fears, 20 points, 4 rebounds, close to 50, 40, 90. Boozer's doing a great job. Duran, almost 20 points a game with 11 rebounds, shooting threes for some reason. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's playing nice. Ryan Rollins is playing nice. Chris Stapps is playing very nice off the bench. Okay, AJ Mitchell, after re-signing him, seems to just randomly be struggling. Seems like he's just struggling at the 2 more so. Once the trade deadline comes, we'll approach the idea of getting another shooting guard. Because maybe what we'll do is we'll just move AJ Mitchell back to point guard where he was playing successfully. But I think the size at point guard with Dylan Mingo was better than having AJ Mitchell. I think we really are just a good defensive shooting guard away from being a finals type of team, especially with how much of our players developed. Unfortunately, we lost to the Kings, so maybe I don't know anything. Okay, let's see. What can we do here? We destroyed the Hawks. A Cuff Jr. dropped 31 on us, but Queen drops 25. Alexander 25, 24, 21 and 10. 14 from Mingo. 13, 11. Even Isaiah Evans had 11 points. Namies Keita had 11 rebounds in 16 minutes. Okay. Oh, Jeremiah Fears got hurt. Lower back bruised. AJ Mitchell during the offseason will consider a trade for him. The young power forward we got is not getting any PT. Okay, eventually he'll be back. Seems like Nickeil Alexander-Walker's doing pretty good at the small forward. Are you shooting too much? I doubt you are, but I don't know. Let's see. He hits his threes and he plays good defense. He's doing his job. Because, I mean, Evans is playing nice. We could just... Alright, what we could do is move Nickeil Alexander-Walker back to the 2. Move Isaiah Evans back to the 3. Hopefully they play all these guys. Ellis 9 minutes, Manat off the bench. I think you really need to play one of these guys some minutes, whether it be Manat or Maker. Give it to Maker. Let him play some minutes in his rookie year. I think that'd be nice. Oh, hold on. Any contract extensions? Nickeil Alexander-Walker is willing to re-sign. Did he take a player option? Did his player option already kick in? No. That means we owe him 15 mil next year. He's probably gonna take his player option anyway. So fuck it, why not? We'll just make it cheaper. Okay. So next year we'll pay Nikhil his 15, but then we'll get him back on the deal. Do the Hawks still have Bobby? Did you guys keep Bobby Portis? Oh, I can't trade for him. He's freaking injured. And he's willing to resign. Okay. So next year we'll go acquire Bobby Portis back. I think for now this is it. Everyone's got at least a multi-year deal except for Isaiah Evans. You're on a team option. You're on a team option. You're on a team option. It's just Isaiah Evans who doesn't have one. I don't know if he's gonna. He's a restricted free agent though. Clearly, this isn't a good fit. I'm probably gonna play elsewhere next season. You have good splits. I don't really want you to leave. I'm gonna see it out. I'm not gonna trade him. I did the same thing with Chris Middleton, and it didn't work out, but whatever. Ooh, okay, we beat the Warriors this time. I need to see us play the Mavs. That's what I need to see. I need to see how we do against the Mavericks. I'm not really concerned about how we do against other teams. We struggle against Anthony Edwards. That's not too surprising. I think what I need to do is I need to turn down the tendencies of all the other guys on the team and just let like the star players lead the team. I think that's kind of what the problem is. Yeah, because we're losing to teams like the Thunder because our best players aren't really playing well. Okay, I don't, with all due respect, need me as Kata. I don't need you playing this many minutes. With all due respect. Okay, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something that's very odd. No, not that one. We will let Nemius Kata play the 4. We'll run duo bigs. Hey, I said it's weird, and I admit it is weird. But don't worry about it. 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s, 2 5s. Then when you come back from, okay, now you're not even injured. Give those minutes to Mingo. There we go. Okay, the best players on the team. Your touches should be at least a 90. Your shots should be at least. Your shots should be up there as well. I'm gonna go 88. Jeremiah Fears, same thing. Both of you guys get your touches up. Boozer, same thing. I want to see shots out of you. Duran, good job. You're shooting. I like it. And you can shoot a little bit less. Ryan Rollins, I love you, but you can shoot a little bit less. Evans, you can shoot a little bit less. Cool. Alright. I like this better. We're telling our star players to shoot more, so we're going to be playing through our stars. We still lose to the Mavericks. That's annoying. Okay, we have another game coming up against the Mavs. Okay, we got to win against the Mavs. That's good. Because if we face them in the finals again, I need to know I can trust my star players. Okay, we're heading towards a 54 win season, a 53 win season. Giannis wins MVP with the Warriors. I don't want to look at that. Cameron Williams, 20 points per game as a rookie. Damn. Jared McCain is the sixth man, putting up 17 points per game. Victor's your depoy. Caleb Wilson, most improved. Cat is the clutch player, and the Jazz be looking nice with their Jokic acquisition. We are actually the first seed, so big W there. We face Cleveland. Dylan. What happened to Jeremiah Fears now? Oh, okay, day to day with right shoulder tinnitus. Okay. Okay, or he's just gonna play through it. How about you stop playing Evans? That might make more sense. How about we stop doing that? Okay. So let's see, we got Jeremiah Fears versus Davion Mitchell. Jeremiah Fears has the advantage. Ryan Rollins is probably going to get bitched against Davion Mitchell. Cameron Boozer has the advantage. Derek Queen trying to score against Evan Mobley is going to be difficult, but he technically has the advantage overall wise. He can also spread the ball with his three and his playmaking. And then we got Jalen Duren, who is going to be playing the five. This is a match we should win unless we just can't stop Donovan Mitchell. We beat them by 11. Okay, good first game. Beat them by 11 again. Wow, okay. Was that 30? Yeah, 15 was 15. That's 30. Alright. We'll get past Cleveland pretty easily, it looks like. And then we have a rematch against Boston after last season. Jeremiah Fears versus Peyton Pritchard. We have advantage there. AJ Mitchell and Derek White. They don't have Tatum. They have Jonathan Kuminga at the 4. So if we lose, it's basically because Tatum's in sicko mode. Do they have Tatum, or did Tatum leave them? Giannis is injured. He won MVP on this team. Makes sense. Celtics. Yeah, where's Tatum? Okay, Tatum's hurt. Okay. We should at the very least win the first game. We might not get so lucky in the second game. Is Tatum back yet? Tatum's back. Okay. I was saying, like, we definitely should win the first game, and we did. We won very convincingly. The second game, we win by 14 still. That's good. We lose by 2 in game 3. We lose by 5. The adjustments are not working out here. What's going on, man? Namius Keita, man. Your revenge game is looking tough. See, I'm playing my point guard, dude. Stop benching him. Stop benching my point guard. I have no point guard play. Yeah, that's definitely okay, first do that. Now, stop playing Isaiah Evans. Actually, just play an 8-man rotation, honestly. I just don't need you playing Nemius Gator right now, if I'm being honest. I think it's fine. I think this is better anyway. It is. Yeah, play the best players, man. You just gotta tire yourselves out one more game so we can play Orlando, which I don't think Orlando is the craziest of matchups. I think we're walking to another championship if we beat Boston. It's a really good start. Yeah, okay. Okay, we beat Boston. 160 points in the playoffs. Damn. All right, Jeremiah Fears drops 42, 7 and 7 with 2 blocks, hitting 8 threes. Derek Queen drops 35, 12 and 8, damn near triple double. Giannis type stat line. Cam Boozer with 21, 8 and 5. Jalen Duren only had 9 rebounds, but who cares? They probably just weren't missing. They had 130 points too. Nickeil Alexander-Walker with 14. Ryan Rollins with 13 and 12. Mitchell's there. And even Kristaps. So Kristaps and Namius Cato get their little bench games. That's cool. Alright, let's go play. I don't know. We're either facing Jokic or Lucas if we get to the finals. I was thinking I wanted Jalen Suggs, Loki. Duren versus Brandon Clark, easy matchup win there. Paolo probably scores on Derek Queen quite a bit. Cam Boozer, size should help him keep up with Franz. Ryan Rollins versus Desmond Bain. Bain probably scores a decent amount, and Jalen Suggs is a good player. But, I mean, right now we're trusting Jeremiah Fears. 141. 147. Desmond Bain, yep, Desmond Bain and Paolo, the 2 guys who I was talking about scoring, both did. And, yeah, they both did that. Do I need to let another guy in? Oh, Duren got hurt. Ooh. Do I need to let Mingo or Keita or somebody else play? You know, we'll throw in Namius Keita. We'll let him. We'll let him play a little bit. Yeah, secondary position center, just in case. I don't know. The advantage on the boards is important. Damn it. Okay, we lost again. We're taking out Ryan Rollins for some reason. For AJ Mitchell. Alright, Rollins. Looks like Ryan Rollins is getting benched. We win a game. Now we come back and we win the series. Cool. Thank you. Cool. Bye-bye, Orlando. I was very confident with that for no reason. I actually didn't think we were going to win, but cool. Jokic, only 17 points per game. Jokic, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Jeremiah Fears is putting up 22 points per game with 7 assists, 5 rebounds, a steal, shooting 50, 40, 84. Cool. Cool. Cam Boozer drops 30, Fierce 26. Namias Keita. I'm wrong. Namias Keita's right there. That was Derek Queen. I don't know why I read that as Namias Keita, but Derek Queen had an 18-18-9 game. The fact that he's getting 18 rebounds at the power forward position, tells you something about how good Derek Queen has become in this franchise. He's actually been more valuable than Derek Queen, in my personal opinion. Derek Queen's been a better, not Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears. Jeremiah Fears has been a better scorer, but like the all-aroundness of Derek Queen has been nice. Jalen Duren's been that guy who's made a big addition as well. He's getting the rebounds. I don't know why he's even bothering shooting threes, but whatever. And then Nickeil Alexander-Walker off the bench is here for the scoring. He's doing a good job. Ryan Rollins, I'm glad he's doing his thing. I wish we could have pulled off a trade to get Bobby Portis back, but that really wasn't in the cards. But anyway, we go on to face Utah, who completely overhauled their team. They have Isaiah Collier, Darren Peterson, Dyson Daniels, Kyle Filipowski, Nikola Jokic, and then they have Ace Bailey off the bench. They let Keontae George walk in free agency so they can pay Jokic big money. And I don't know, Kessler too off the bench. I could have sworn I saw Walker Kessler's name. Yep, Walker Kessler's your backup 5 behind Jokic. You have Santi Aldama, Taylor Hendricks, young Cody Williams, Jett Howard, Ace Bailey with Darren Peterson. And then you have Ryan Nembhard, who I gave you Ryan Nembhard for 2 first-round picks. Okie dokie. Interesting. Alright, so Jeremiah Fears should be able to score on Isaiah Collier pretty easily. Darren Peterson's probably going to score on Ryan Rollins pretty easily. Cam Boozer's got the height advantage and can probably take it to Dyson Daniels all day. Derek Queen has the matchup advantage. I don't think Duren's going to be able to stop Jokic. So the only reason why I think there's any chance of that is because Jokic is slower. We win the first game by 11 points. We win by 2 points. Okay. Well, looks like Jokic hasn't been that much of a problem. Ryan Rollins drops 30 points. Duren 24. AJ Mitchell 24. Our big 3 just decided to not be our main scorers. 7, 10, 13. And Porzingis at 8. But Ryan Rollins 30 points. Good job, Ryan. You're scoring on Darren Peterson somehow. Oh, no. I did not mean to do that. Fuck it.
So, Milwaukee will get the first possession. And checking out Utah's opening lineup. Collier the point with Bailey on the wing. Then it's Dyson Daniel. And it's Nikola Jokic. And Hendricks in at the 4.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Now here's Boozer. Takes the 3. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Deflects the pass. Pass to Collier. Jokic a screen. Here's Hendricks. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. here's Fear. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. I asked him about Nikola Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup for defenses, and he said his versatility. He's a capable scorer and a fantastic passer. We have to be wary of his scoring and distribution with him, and that's not easy. Let's see how things unfold in this one. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. And there it is for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
So it's the Jazz now after the basket by Milwaukee. And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Mitchell kicks to Boozer. Pass to Queen. Bucks passing it around. Here's the three. Cranes the three-pointer.
What a great start. They've only missed one thus far.
Jazz has gone 2 or 3 here to start out of the game. On the wing, Daniels. Here's the teardrop.
I will say this. I don't want to play 6-minute quarters. I want to play 12-minute quarters. So I'm going to go to Simcast. And I'm going to jump in the 4th quarter. I'm going to play the game. It's a close game, too, by the way. Oh, you're going to make me start up down by 10. That's fine.
Here's Jokic. Here's Peterson. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the 4th. They've got Collier. Nikola Jokic is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Peterson in at the 2.
You know, Porzingis' ability to shoot the ball well from every level really opens up the floor for him and his teammates. He'll make that mid-range game as much as he makes 3.
Collier, no good. The Bucks trail by 8. Queen, pass to Porzingis. Oh, the deep ball from Porzingis.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Daniels outside, pass to Hendricks. And here's Jokic. And Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, protecting the rim. Porzingis, one of the best in the league at that.
Here's Queen to the middle. Here's Boozer. Utah grabs the miss. Hendricks has got 5 rebounds tonight. Jokic in the post. Working on Porzingis. And the basket by Jokic.
Things started to click for him in the second half. You can tell the focus and the intent is all there.
Queen misses.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Pass to Collier. Utah moving the ball around. Daniels misses. The Bucks trail by 7. Outside, Alexander Walker. Porzingis sets a screen from the high post. And that one is right through the heart.
They've still got work to do, but it's impressive how they battled back. I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Shot's good by Collier. And the Jazz lead by 7.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter.
The execution has been better lately, but do they have enough energy to pull it off?
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. A different look here for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Hendricks. Bailey comes in for Daniels. And it's Nembhard in for Collier. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Peterson. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. Johnson, he's checked in for Utah. And Utah has possession. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. And here's Jokic outside. He drops it from range. Jokic has got 26 points.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on it.
That one goes. Count it.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down. Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
The shot by Johnson, no good. The Bucks trail by 6. Here's Alexander Walker. That one's wide left.
Working from medium range. He was trying to
I thought I was going to
take what the defense gave him there.
Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
Yeah, all game long, they've been also playing well inside in the paint. Lots of points are coming their way thanks to them attacking the interior.
Hendricks is checked in for Utah. Here's Hendricks. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Fear's shot is off. Jazz leading by 8. Here's Peterson. Pass to Filipowski. Now here's Jokic. And here's Bailey for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Fears. To the inside. Outside for Mitchell. Pass to Duren. For 3. Fears. Rebounded by Bailey.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Daniels is checked in for Hendricks, and it's Collier in for Peterson. Here's Collier. Pass to Jokic. Daniels outside. From 13. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Filipowski. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Mitchell's checked in for Alexander Walker. Pass to Jokic. Oh, he's a load inside. Jokic finishing strong.
And right now, Jokic has it going on. He's doing whatever he wants to out there.
Bucks trail by 15. Here's Queen. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Got a hand on it. Here's Fears. Boozer passes to Queen. Inside. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Daniels with it. Pass to Collier. And here's Filipowski. Now here's Jokic. Here's Daniels. Misses the three. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. And the basket is good. Boozer's got 19 points.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Here's Jokic. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
All right, the Jazz making a change here. Hendricks is checked in. A nice shot by Fears.
Some defenses are designed to yield the mid-range shot. For him, that's a good look.
Daniels outside. Pass to Hendricks. Lets it fly. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Jazz lead by 14. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Bucks. There's the drive. Jokic with a rebound. Utah has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Daniels left side. Jacks up a 3. Cash from downtown.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Here's Hendricks, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Bailey's shot is off. Bucks trail by 19. Here's Boozer. The triple drop.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
1:46 left in the final quarter.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Here's Collier. Jokic! Can't hit it.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbow. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
Gets it to go.
The fadeaway with no one on him. Looking for style points to go along with the real ones.
Utah leading by 14.
And this has been quite a championship series. A pivotal win in this Game 4 for the Jazz.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
They avoid the sweep, keeping the finals alive. Maybe they can make this series interesting.
Well, they need to take it one game at a time. They came up with a winning game plan tonight. Let's see if they can keep it up in Game 5 of the finals.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Nikola Jokic.
Boy, I loved his approach. Businesslike, methodical, highly productive. When they needed points, he was the one that got them.
Utah with the ball. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Money from 3!
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort. Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
So we see the Jazz taking the W here. And they're still in it. Thanks, Allie. Great All
right, one more game. Gentlemen sweep. Ooh, free BC. All right, let's go to game 5. Give more minutes, give less minutes. Okay. No, I don't really think any of the other guys need minutes right now. my god. Is that even a comeback I can make? Probably not. Alright. We were up 3-0. This is becoming a problem. AJ Mitchell, 22 minutes. Alright, I guess we'll get some extra depth in the game. Okay, right now we're holding strong. We are not holding strong. Oh yeah, we are. 8 minutes, we're up 14. Okay. With 9 minutes left.
Bailey passes to Filipowski. Here's Daniels.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Alexander Walker comes in for Boozer, and it's Mitchell in for Fears. Then for the Jazz, Santi Aldama's checked in for Kyle Filipowski. Williams comes in for Dyson Daniels. And Peterson subbed in for Collier.
Using that almost 7-foot frame, Santi Aldama, the Spaniard.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers.
With like
Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, Allie, thank you. So with Boozer on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. They got Porzingis. He's out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Rollins is out there with Durant. Now, here's Durant, following the miss by Jokic. Alexander Walker with the ball. Williams picks him up. Shot clock at 6. Here's Alexander Walker, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 14.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Now here's Williams. Jokic inside. Durant's on him. Jokic with the bucket.
Great look for Jokic. Listen, we know he can hit the outside shot, but going to Nikola inside is a winning play.
Here's Rollins. Over Bailey. Here's Rollins. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Kristaps Porzingis, a solid shooter from the line.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Well, their shot blocking, the defensive effort level has been great. You gotta love that intensity.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the boards? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
And the Jazz making a change here. Hendricks is checked in.
wow. Wow. No, not that part. You gotta show the pass, dog. This is Jokic pass. Okay, you're just showing the shot, mate. You gotta show the pass. Come on, you gotta show the pass. Pass it.
Bangs home the trifecta. Peterson's got 9 points here in the second half.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second.
Porzingis with the block.
The unicorn out there doing what he does on defense, protecting the paint.
Offensive rebound. To the right wing, Rollins. And the Bucks hit again from deep.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Peterson. At the elbow, Jokic. Jokic makes it look easy inside.
And he just makes it look so easy at times. Once Jokic gets going, there's almost no chance of slowing him down.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Pass to Hendricks. It's stolen by Duran. Takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jazz trail by 15. Hendricks passes to Peterson. Now Jokic defended by Duran.
Let's get Maker Bowling. Figures can stay, and the 2 we'll put in. We put in 2. Keon Ellis a little bit of PT. Maybe he can
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. It's going to be Jokic shooting. That's on Jalen Duran. The Jazz making a switch here.
Well, the awareness of space on the floor that Jokic has is something that sets him apart. He and LeBron are on their own level in that regard. What an incredible player. Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Bucks leading by 9. Now Fears. To the wing on the left. And it's Boozer that time on the assist from Fears. Fears has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Pass to Filipowski. To the middle. And he jams it with authority.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And that one, good.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Milwaukee's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Jazz trail by 10. Here's Collier. Pass to Jokic. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, it's not easy to keep a shot out of Porzingis' reach. He has such long arms.
From deep, Ellis. Over Jokic. Not gonna go. Jazz trail by 10. Here's Collier. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Porzingis. That's off. Utah's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Takes the 3. Does not go.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
That shot, no good. Well,
Been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
a new lineup here for the Bucks. Bucks leading by 10. Here's Rollins. Mitchell fires. Daniels pulls it down.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
Here's Queen. Doesn't get that one. Jazz trail by 10. 1:32 left here in the fourth quarter. Jokic, too easy inside from Jokic.
Jokic's performance has been off the charts tonight. He is having a huge impact on this game.
Mitchell outside. Knocks down the three.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Here's Cada, defended by Filipowski. Bailey pulls it down. Utah is shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Utah ball. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive.
The Jazz call timeout. Let's lose a three. Duran pulls it down. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Rob. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Daniels pulls it down. And the Jazz with possession. 9-point game. The three doesn't go. From 15 feet away, can't get it to go. Oh, that's it, folks. The Milwaukee Bucks have won it all. Wow! All the travel, all the practices, all the meetings, all the games, wins and losses. The emotion, the exhaustion, culminating into tonight.
And whenever you win the NBA championship, there is a level of accomplishment and excitement that really can't be matched. But pretty amazing to have accomplished this goal.
The celebration is here, and this place is going crazy. The bench loves it. The fans obviously overjoyed. This is one of those moments these players will never forget. And we've enjoyed bringing you every minute of the action here on 2K Sports. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next season.
Porzingis 25 points. Nice. Jokic dropped 30. We couldn't really stop him in the paint, but he missed a lot of threes, so that was good. When we first started off the game, they were down by I think 10, like 9 or 10 or whatever. It was what 103. Was it 103 to 91, or is it 93 to 101? I think it was 103 to 91. So they were down 12, and we won by 6 plus 7. We won by 13. So I consider that an accomplishment. Derek Queen is your Finals MVP. 14 points, about 10 rebounds, almost 7 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Couldn't really shoot the 3-ball, but that defensive block at the end was nice. He was scoring at times. It was easier to shoot threes with him than I thought it was going to be, but trying to score at the basket was tough. But hey, we won the championship. We beat the Utah Jazz that acquired Nikola Jokic, so no complaints from me there. I wanted to go get Damian Lillard, but it is what it is. Jimmy Butler, Dennis Schroeder retires. CJ McCollum on the Warriors makes a lot of sense to me. But anyway, we win. Doc Rivers we won him another championship. That's pretty cool. Damian Lillard and DeMar DeRozan, they hit the All-Star meeting. Not All-Star meeting, you know what I mean. Hall of Fame. Maximum length of a regular contract is 3 years. What the fudge? No. We go get that pick from the Heat. Unfortunately, it wasn't really worth anything. I traded a bunch of picks to Charlotte, and none of them really panned out. In fact, even that Heat pick wasn't really worth it. So I should have assumed the Nuggets would have been worse after losing Jokic, but oh well, whatever. What pick did we get? We get the 19th pick from Houston, the 17th pick from Miami, this 15th pick from Portland. Yeah, we didn't really get good shit for picks. That's alright though. So Doc Rivers wins us a championship, and his contract expires. That is the end of the franchise. We won the championship. That was the goal. Derek Queen's team option would kick in, and that would be for the last year of his contract. So Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears. Okay. Anyway, the contract looked a little weird to me. You have a 2-year team out. Wait, but you're not in the same draft. Why do you have 2 years left and you have 1 year left? I don't know. Anyway, they would have been here. Duran would still be under contract. We extended you to be cheaper, so that replaced the player option, so you're on a cheaper deal. Porzingis is still not crazy expensive. AJ Mitchell's on a cheap deal. Ryan Rollins is on an affordable deal. Isaiah Evans is probably, he's a static now, so maybe he resigns, who knows. Namies Keita's on a cheap deal. Ellis is on a cheap deal. Mingo is on a rookie contract. You're on a cheap deal. You're on a rookie contract. So we would more or less run it back with the team if we were doing another year. I consider the fact that we just won the championship. I'm going to resign Doc Rivers now. Because why would he leave after that? I'm not really going to be doing another year in the video, but what I am going to do is I am going to kind of just get to the player progressions because I want to see if any of you guys get a lot better or not. And then I'm going to make one more final video where I go through all the Bucks franchises I did and just essentially play a game with each of them, so I get to use the teams that I actually made. So yeah, that would be fun. I'm not going to bother trading anybody. I have a full roster, so I'm just going to trade my picks real quick for future first round picks and what have it. I don't know, just go find a bad team and give them my picks and go get their pick. Ideally, this Nets team is ass. 13th pick? Really? Really? The Sixers were worse than you? Okay, I guess I can kind of see. Because Embiid's a free agent, and DeBonce's going to get better, so I don't know. I would still think this Nets team would be worse. Anyway, I'll give you a future Bucks pick as well. Boom, there you go. Oh, you want a second round pick? You can have a second round pick, that's fine. There you go. I'm not convinced that team is going to be that good again. I'm not saying that they were amazing, but this Is AD taking up money? No, his contract's gone. Interesting. I'm just gonna trade my picks. I don't want anything to do with them. A next year Hawks pick, a lottery protected Charlotte pick in 2 years with a second round pick. I think that's fine. Who really knows what Charlotte's gonna be doing in 2 years anyway? And then pick 17. I'll trade down to 25 and get a second. No. I'm looking for a team that's willing to just like kind of give me. No, I don't want that pick. A top 5 protected Nuggets pick after how they just played this year. Fine. Works for me. I ain't gonna be drafting anybody. I'm gonna be taking everybody back on their team options. Definitely extend that qualifying offer. I can't get Jokic. Do I have the bird rights on anybody? Isaiah Evans was a rookie, so I don't believe I would even have his. I don't believe I would have his rights to get him back. Let me see. 4 plus 2 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. Plus 3 is 11. I have 13 players. Isaiah Evans, we can bring you back, my guy. On a minimum deal. Yeah, I can bring you back. Gave him a 2-year minimum. I'll release that trade exception. Yeah, I'm not really looking to bring back anybody else. Actually, there's nobody else to bring back, actually. I'm assuming Nami's Keita probably got worse, but I don't know. Darren goes down 1. Jeremiah Fears actually got worse, believe it or not. His playmaking went up, but his actual scoring athleticism got worse. Boozer got better. Queen got better. AJ Mitchell goes down 1. Ryan Rollins goes up 1. Surprisingly, Porzingis at 33 goes up 1. Mingo becomes an 80 overall. You become a 77. Yep, Ellis gets a little bit worse. And Minot gets a little bit worse, but that's fine. I think what I'm really quick going to do is I'm just going to set up the off seasons for all the franchises I made, just so that way in the next video they're all set up and I can just run. What am I trying to say? Yeah, like I can just run the franchise and play the game. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up all of them right now, and then I'm going to start a video for all of them, and I'm going to sim the season again, and I'm going to just see if they win a championship. But if they don't, then I'm just going to play the very last game, just so I get a chance to play with each team at least once. I think that's what I'm going to do. Considering the fact that it'd be the final year, I don't really care. The draft's not significant for me. So in theory, I'm going to call this its own video if I do end up actually doing all of them right now. Which I don't think I will, but Kawhi Leonard Fire, good for you. Okay. So let me do it. So historically speaking, this is how we did it. My NBA. Okay. So when you look at the eras of the franchise, I'm not really doing a new one right now, but just for the sake of things, I just like looking at the screen, for example. So we did the Magic Bird era. We actually drafted Michael Jordan and won a championship with Michael Jordan. Then in the Jordan era, we signed Larry Bird and free agency and won in the Jordan era. In the Kobe era, we drafted Braun. We won the championship with Braun. Braun era. I don't remember who I drafted, but I know we won. Steph era, I think I eventually got Giannis. I think I eventually drafted him. I think so. Yeah. Steph era, we had Giannis, we kept Giannis, we won with Giannis, and then we got Halliburton in the draft and did some other cool stuff. And then in the modern NBA, we won without Giannis, quite clearly. Anyway, let me just set up the off seasons for all these franchises. So they're in order. So that was the most recent one. I had a Kings franchise recently? When was this? February 14th on Valentine's Day? I just want to look at this real quick. I'm curious. I'm going to get rid of it in a second. Oh, we lost in the finals anyway. Oh! I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. Cam Boozer, Jalen Williams. Oh, hey, Jalen Williams. The Jalen Williams experiment again. Cam Boozer, yeah. Maxey, Adam Jackson. All right, well, good dodge. Unfortunately, you lost to the 76ers, even though you had Tyrese Maxey. You lost. Oh, this is the one where we lost to Paolo. Paolo, Brandon Miller, and hey, that was a team of hoopers, man. That's a team of a lot of guys who like to score predominantly. Anywho, I'm not really thinking about that. That could just kind of go. So hold on. 5 arrows. 1, 2, 3. Where's the other ones? 4, 5. Oh no, this was the earliest one. Okay. Michael Jordan, Sidney Moncrief, Ralph Sampson. I remember I traded Ralph Sampson. I was like, I want Ralph Sampson. That was like my big move, I guess you could call it. All right. I don't know how far back I can go.